Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in Stafford, Virginia. We were originally in Alexandria, Virginia, but we didn't have too much luck boondocking at the local Walmarts over there. It's against zoning regulations. So we got some luck over here in Stafford. Yesterday we took a trip to Washington, D.C. We figured today, before we leave Stafford and head more down south, we might as well check out some of these local neighborhoods. Now, there's over 60 plus neighborhoods in the Stafford County area. This is what's said to be a good neighborhood to live at. Virginia is said to have good weather, not too hot, not too warm. It's a pretty safe area overall, although surprisingly, Quantico Bay came up as a red zone, red being the worst, and then green obviously being the safest. Let's make this right-hand turn. We're gonna merge into the lane. We're on Mine Road. Quantico Bay is not far from here either, but to my knowledge, I believe Quantico Bay was where a lot of the government facilities were at, like FBI, CIA, DEA. We're on Cathedral Lane. And this is Stafford, guys. This is what Stafford looks like. So we're just gonna drive through, take a look at the environment, take a look at the properties. You guys are not gonna see them, you know, at the best vantage point, but if there's no vehicles behind me, I can drive slow so that you guys can do your best to take in what's around me. I see so far 2 garages in each house. There's a dude on my right on a treadmill. Wow, he's wiping the treadmill and on the treadmill at the same time. Yeah, so most of these houses have 2 garages, nice big lawns, green areas in front, around, and behind their house. They're some sort of like, I would say full-size townhomes. I know our city, Philadelphia homes, are classified as townhomes on the deed, but to me, these are true townhomes. This one has a 1-car garage, I believe, because they probably combined the 2 into 1. Right now we're on Arbor Lane, passing Arbor Lane. They have the mailbox on the street side. I see a lot of brick, I see a lot of vinyl siding, I see shingles, I see swing sets in the yard. The sidewalks are lined with grass. Y'all saw that Hummer on the left-hand side, the gas guzzler. We got a yellow and baby blue fire hydrant on my right-hand side. We're on Burns Road. There's a vehicle behind me, finally. I'm gonna try to like scoot over so they can go by, because you guys know if there's a vehicle behind me, then they tend to dictate how fast I have to go. Gonna allow them to go. We got beautiful trees. We got a young walker on the right-hand side, looking like she's 50, 60 years young. We had a very patriotic mailbox on my right-hand side. I'm traveling about 9 miles per hour. We're on Northampton and Cathedral Lane. There's a sign on my right-hand side on the corner that reads garage sale. I guess there's a garage sale nearby. You guys are more than welcome to go. Go ahead, feel free. So in front of us is a no outlet, but I'm gonna go through it just so I can go in a circle so you guys can see what this no outlet looks like. It'll probably give you a different perspective of some of the houses. These houses seem pretty large. They look like, if I chop them into row homes, 3 to 4 row homes smushed together, and they're 2, maybe 2.5 stories tall. Look at this gentleman right here with his older Volvo. He has an older Toyota 4Runner. Beautiful greenery. Beautiful setting. It's a nice and quiet setting. So I was looking at the prices of homes. They average at around $460,000. That's the median here in Stafford County. And the median household income is $98,000 annually. $98,000. So I guess on average, that's about the middle range. Now this location is ideal for people who are interested in landing a job in Washington, D.C., because you're only about 48, 50 minutes away from Washington, D.C. Depends, give or take, how deep you are in Stafford. We got another no outlet here, but guess what? We got number time. We're on Bankston and Northampton Boulevard. Bankston Court. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these no outlets and we're just going to ride them, and then we're going to bust a U-turn, and just so you guys can see the environment. This is what it's about. Seeing different areas. If you're from America, you may have never seen an area like this. If you're not from America and you're from another country, you definitely probably never seen an area like this. If you live in an area like this, then you can compare and contrast it to your area that's like this. And I have viewers from all across the globe. And we're gonna go with this roundabout. I'm gonna go really slow. I'm traveling like walking speed, like 4 or 5 miles an hour. You can probably jog faster than what I'm traveling right now. Look at it, they got the shutters, they're not functional though. A lot of different color vinyl siding. I see baby blue, I see red, I see bricks. There's a house over there in the tuck, all the way in the back with a nice long driveway. You guys missed it, but in the beginning when I drove through it, I didn't even notice it. Silverado, a big boy truck. Shh, I know. That's what the tag say. It says, shh, I know. One thing that I've noticed on the road over here, we're on Bankston Court and Northampton Boulevard. I want to make this right. Is that a lot of the large trucks like that, large vehicles, they tend to drive erratically. They tend to like hog the road, swerve around you dramatically. Yeah, speed. It's not all truck owners, pickup truck owners. It's like those Dodge Ram 2500s and the F250s, F350s, and the diesels and all of that. But yeah, it's a shame. We got a beautiful brick home on my left-hand side. This brick on my left-hand side over here is like a tan, mixed tan color. We got a young woman on my right looking like she's in her 30s, maybe 40s. I would probably say late 30s. Walking 2 dogs. She was walking her 2 pets. I'm gonna pull over. We got another vehicle behind us. But meanwhile, you guys can take a look at the greenery, take a look at the scape, the landscape. This is Chelsea Court. 1775 Chelsea Court. Yeah, this looks like a wonderful place to raise a family. Looks like a nice environment. It looks like a friendly atmosphere. I can't speak for the neighbors. I don't really know. You know, you might be unfortunate to move on a block with a cranky neighbor, but these are nice sized homes. There's no trash. There's no soliciting. I don't see anybody hanging out. And I can imagine if you do see people hanging out, it's just the kids of the homeowners. Look at that house right there in the back. You see the one that's tucked all the way back there with the nice long drive-through? I would like one of those. One of the ones that's tucked back. But the thing about those is their front lawn is somebody else's backyard, which is kind of not good. Like if I would get a home like this, I would have to strictly separate my property line with fence like this guy does. There's somebody on my right that his is fenced off. And that's how I would have it, just because I have animals, just because I tend to make noise. I would like to, you know, park a vehicle or two, and I don't want to hear you're on my property, this is that, and the third. So I would like to automatically separate the property lines. All right, we're exiting SR 1775 Chelsea Court. We're gonna cross over. There's another court in front of us. We're gonna do a couple of these little courts because you guys wouldn't get a chance to see them otherwise. I'm not sure if this area has ever been documented. We're on Remington Court. I don't know if anyone has ever documented this. So if no one has ever documented this, this is the first documentation in history in this Stafford neighborhood. Wow, this house on my left is fabulous. Number 5. That's their address. Wow, that thing is spectacularly large and it's brick. Whoo! These are pretty nice sized homes. Not for nothing. They got back decks. They're pretty big. I don't know if the camera does justice, but width wise, they're pretty big. And some of them look a little shorter than others. Like this one on my left, the white one, it looks tall, but it's not as tall as that brick one over there, unless it's maybe the skate playing a deception on my eyeballs. Like 17 right here on my left, the one with the brick with the shutters all on my left and the siding. Ooh, everything looks, oh, they had a car accident. There's an Optima out front that's crashed. Hey, at least you got a driveway where you can have the tow truck company bring your crashed vehicle back to your property. If you allow them to take it to the tow yard and your insurance doesn't pay out what you want or doesn't pay at all, then you get left with a huge storage bill. You got the basketball courts for the children. Most of these driveways have 2 to 3 plus cars in the driveway. I'm assuming mother, father, maybe a child, maybe uncle, aunt, grandparent, somebody. But there's usually more than one car. And you notice everybody's parked on their driveway. There's a few street side parked, but that's probably people. We got Texas tags right here. This little Nissan on my left is Texas. Huge pink flowers on my right. But I guess the street side people might be people who gotta go somewhere real quick, or, you know, just prefer to be street side because it's more convenient when it comes time to leaving. We're passing address 15. Do me a favor, guys. Comment your address number below. Just the number. You don't gotta give us the state, the block, nothing. You know, just what is your address number? You see how these are 15? Do you have a single digit? Do you live on a 4, a 7? Do you live on a double digit? 29. I live on 29 Court Road or whatever. Do you live on a 3 digit? I live on 405 West Huntington. Do you live on a 4 digit? I live on 3235 West, you know, Lithgow. Or do you live on, some areas have 5 numbers or 6 numbers? Because I know when I was in California, I saw, I believe, 5 numbers, which was the first time I've ever seen that before, and it was in Cali. All right, we're gonna make this left on Northampton Boulevard. We have another dog walker on my left-hand side. An older woman who's walking a beautiful little dog. Right here, on my right-hand side, you'll see her. We got a jogger on my left-hand side, young gentleman jogging. Probably in his late 30s, early 40s. All right, let's make this left-hand turn on Palace Lane. Now, the architecture for the most part appears to be very similar amongst most of the homes. Like, we just passed 2 or 3 that look exactly the same as far as siding, the color of shutters and everything. Let's make this left on Giles and Palace. This is a little no outlet, but let's hit it. Let's hit it and then bust a U-turn. These houses, I'm pretty sure they come with central air, central heat. Probably have full kitchens, center island in the kitchen. Washers, dryers, oven, dishwasher. Probably tall ceilings. Probably even have a balcony in the living room area where the people from the second floor can stare down at the people on the first floor. We don't have that in row homes, at least not in the row homes in my area. You would have to like customize your house and do your best to like mimic the style of one of these houses. Like, this one right here on my left is like, all right, you see those 2 windows in the middle? The 2 windows in the middle with the shutters, right? You see with the A-top? You see the windows on the first floor? That's the size of one of our 2-story row homes. But look at the extension they have on the right, the extension they have on the left. They damn near have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4.5 row homes smushed into one house. So that's pretty big in my book. That's like in Philly, if you were financially capable enough and you still wanted the city life, you buy 4 or 5 row homes straight and connect them all through the middle, and boom. Let's make this left-hand turn on Palace Lane. They got 3 cars on my right, a BMW and 2 Hondas, Honda Accord and Honda Civic. Passing address 8. Well, yeah, we don't have many single-digit addresses. I guess when you get to like the borderlines, like where like the north or the south starts, you know, for example, like Market, you know, you'll have like, you know, the 100 block, and the 100 block will have the numbers counting up, you know, 1 all the way up to 100 before it goes to 200 block, 300 block, 400 block, and so on. But over here, I guess since these are little courts and little private areas, they're pretty much all single digits or double digits. Like we're passing address 24. So you would say, I live on 24 West Palace Lane, Stafford County, Virginia. You know what I mean? They have the Stafford Waste Municipal trash cans with the Stafford branding on it, which means in this neighborhood, I'm sure they have the machine that comes and scoops up the trash, and there's no actual sanitation workers that does the physical labor. Maybe operates the machine, drives the truck, but doesn't actually have to pick up the trash like they do in some inner city areas. It looks like that's a house here that's tucked all the way in the back. Look at this one. I'm just gonna point to it. Look straight back there. Look straight. That's address number 6. You see straight back there? This is a driveway in front of us. Behind this house on my left and behind the houses on my right is a whole nother property hidden back there. So that goes to show you the way they have them layered and tucked away. I'm a big fan of these in front of us. The ones with the brick. Cause you know, I'm row home raised. RHR. I'm from Brick City, you know? Well, Philadelphia, we got a lot of bricks. And Philadelphia is the city where I'm from. So metaphorically speaking, because I know there's an area in America called Brick City. I'm not from the Brick City, but I grew up with bricks. We're on Cannon Court and Palace, and I adore bricks. So if I would get something like this, see the vinyl siding on my right and on my left, that's cool and all. If somebody gave it to me for free, I'll take it. But if I would have a big check and I would be looking for a home, I would not be looking at the vinyl ones. And like, I would get a vinyl one if it's on a super good deal. If it's on a super good deal that's hard to refuse, then I would get the vinyl one. But if not, I would go for the brick. Or if I got a vinyl one, then I'll eventually in the future look to, you know, restoring the brick surface. Looking on my right, they're working on a Kedak inside that garage. And there's a couple houses that are hidden in the tuck, like behind other people's properties. Like, would you want a home behind somebody else's property? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe because I like the privacy. Maybe not because the property line's gonna be funky unless we separate them. Look, we're over here on my left-hand side. We got a young lady, or young girl, I should say, with her father on my left-hand side. He looks to be doing some type of yard work. Yeah, he looks to be using like a pressure hose, pressure washer, or something of that nature. We're on Cannon Court. Palace and Cannon Court. It's so quiet and peaceful. All I hear is like the bugs making those noises, birds going creak, creak. Or maybe they're not going like that. Jersey looked at me like I was crazy. But oh, look at this classic over here. How did I miss this bad boy? Wow, look at this vehicle on my left-hand side to all my car enthusiasts. Look at that. You see that in the driveway? And that's an Imperial? I think that's an Imperial. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's an Imperial. Wow. Yeah, this is one of those neighborhoods where you will have your beautiful show car in the garage. You know, at least you got a garage to keep your show car in it. That's what I would like to do. Put my car, my ugly Betty, and store it in a nice clean garage, cover it up so I can dust her off every once in a while, pull her out and take her for a drive when I want to. speaking of cars, we got a WRX in front of us. What's that? Oh no, that's an Impreza. Subaru Impreza. Is that the first generation? It looks like the first generation. All right, let's go straight a little bit. Let me see. Let's go straight a little bit. We got plenty of little back blocks that we can be looking at here. I know a lot of them are gonna look very, very, very similar. Go ahead. You're more than welcome to go. Go ahead. Go ahead, buddy. We're on Pallets Lane in Northampton. That was a female anyway. Let's go this way just to take a look at this Subaru on my left-hand side. It has turbo. It's a sedan Subaru. That's the first generation. Or is that the second gen? No, I think that's the second gen. I'm not a big Subaru enthusiast, but I do know that they're popular amongst car enthusiasts. We got an older man on my right-hand side. Older gentleman taking a walk with his bottle of water. He got his FBI shades on. Wow, this house on my right looks nice. The one on Larkwood and Old Mineral. They have this, the Honda, what's that? The CRZ in their driveway. Oh, that's awesome. All right, we got plenty of options here. Let's make this left here. I could have made it all right, but I'm gonna make this left. Now, this area right here isn't courts. So we're gonna be driving through actual blocks here, but let's keep proceeding. You know, you can literally get lost in this area doing tours of all the little courts, of all the little, you know. We got a little tree swing on my left. There's a big tree, but they did like a little swing, I guess, for like their children. How many of my viewers live in a neighborhood like this? How many of my viewers would like to live in a neighborhood like this? I like it. I wish the houses were slightly more separate. Like, you know, maybe a whole house space in between, just to give me a little bit more privacy. They're like, Toon, but how much more privacy do you want? Yo, look at this house right here. This one on my left. It has the basement is a garage. It got 2 staircases going up to the front door. That damn near looks like a 3-story because of the basement, like the lower level. You see it on my left? It's not as wide though. But it's not as wide, but it is taller than a lot of the ones that we just saw. You see how these people right here on my left got all that green space? I like that. We're on Settlers and Larkwood. We can go straight, we can go right. There's so many properties to look at. Nice long driveways. Pretty much the driveway here is the full property length of a Philadelphia row home. Wider. It's wider because the Philadelphia row home's like 12 feet, 14 feet, some cases 16 feet by 40 feet, 45 feet, and so on. We're passing Lawhorn and we're on Larkwood. There's a trailer inside that yard. Look at this house over here. This one was the one that attracted me over here. This is why I chose this route, just because of the green garage door. I'm a big fan of green. Green's one of my favorite colors, and I like that tone of green. It's like a hunter green. Wow, that's nice. So on my right is a no outlet. Cool. Let's take that no outlet before we go left here. On my right, under the driveways, I see tubing. That tubing is telling me that's for rain runoff. Oh, they had a little cool barn mailbox. That was decent. That was creative. Accurate TL. For the most part, I see pretty much regular average commuter vehicles. Like Hondas, Toyotas, I see Kia on my right, Saturns, Fords, and so on. I got a car behind me, so I'm uncertain, are they parking up? Is this their home? Are they, what's up, buddy? He just waved. Trying to figure, is this person behind me parking up at their home, or are they gonna make a U-turn with us? They're going to make a U-turn with us. I'm going to allow them to go because I don't need them behind me following me. It's a female with her child. Yeah, I don't know if she's lost. I thought she lived there, so I was moving out of the way, you know. You never know. That happened to me a few times. I'll be doing a tour of a neighborhood, and the homeowner happens to pull up when I'm doing a tour of the neighborhood. So, you know, I gotta respectfully move out of the way to allow them to enter their property. Look at this one on my left. The driveway, the double garage, the big tree. So 460,000 is the home medium, guys. Now, some of these could probably go in the 600 range, maybe 600-700 range, depending on the amenities and what they got going on. But compare that to what they're charging in Northern Liberties, Philly, 500,000-600,000. In Kensington, in Old Kensington, there's $550,000 homes, $650,000 homes. You come over here with that 650 piece, boom, you get one of these. But I guess it depends on your needs, on your requirements for living. If somebody's lived in the suburbs their whole childhood, their whole teenhood, their whole younger adult years, they may or may not still desire it, or they may be tired of it. They might want to move to a more ambient, you know, vibe, you know, environment. That doesn't make sense. Ambient vibe environment. They might want to move to an environment with more ambience, with more of a upbeat vibe. You know what I mean? So they might want to move out of this. But let's say if you're in my case, you grew up in the city and all that noise and all the traffic and all the shooting and all the violence and all the guns and all the partying and all that and all the hostility. This may be a little cute dog on my right hand side. Cute, beautiful dog. Hey, what's up, dude? He waved. You see how friendly people are right here? He waved at us. Like, we chilling. He waved. You be in the hood, they not gonna wave at you. The only thing they're gonna give you for free is a dirty look. You know, so like for me, that is refreshing. Like, you drive through the hood, you won't see gangsters and homies, hey, waving at you. Unless they know you, they might stop and chill with you, dab it up and all of that. But all right, so let's make this left-hand turn. There's a little court over here. I'm gonna take you guys to the little court. But that's a prime example of why one may move to a neighborhood like this. Look at this little mailbox. This little mailbox is a little house. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. They're called the Brozenas. Oh, that's cool. That was cool. I don't want to go too close to their mailbox and creep too slow, because if they got the Ring doorbell, then they're gonna think we was trying to steal their mail. But look at, man, look at this little corner, man. This is chilling. It's chilling like chilling. That's it. I'm officially a Virginia resident. I'm gonna park my RV right here. They're gonna call the police, have us cited. We don't tolerate that stuff over here. A lot of people shun RVs and not knowing that it's pretty much like a home on wheels. Oh, there's a house for sale? Oh, it's sold. Let me show you what they just sold here. I'm gonna pretty much draw. It says sold, but I'm gonna just drive to the back. See, this is one of those houses that I was saying I was hidden behind other homes. Look at this. It says sold. I don't know if the new owners are living there yet. Your home sold, guaranteed. Wow, look at that. And there's another one on my left, y'all. There's another house, but I'm gonna reverse. Just firewood. Oh man, we could use some of that firewood on my left hand side. Look at this driveway. Look how long this is. Look at this. Look at this driveway. Driveway is insane. And this is a baby driveway compared to wealthy people, because wealthy people have like a whole football field, a football length type of driveway, versus these type of driveways. This is an average American dream home. This isn't too big, but it's not too small. It's like right in the middle. All right, we just left Lee Court. We're back on Rockaway Drive. I see some of the homeowners do have fences that blocking their property, which is cool. I guess those are the ones who are, I guess you could say, anal. They're anal about their property lines. But I don't blame them. There's a car on my left, they left the lights on. They're gonna have drained batteries by the time their battery gonna be flatlined. We're passing Grant's Court. Should I show you Grant's Court? Let's go left. Let me show you Grant's Court. Look at this. A lot of trees. It's like your house is located in the forest. Almost, just about, because look how big these trees are above us. The weather today is 65 degrees. 65 degrees. Then we got a basketball court with a basketball there. Signifies children. Look, they got a Honda lawnmower. They bought the Honda lawnmower. They bought the good John. They pimping. And they bought a new gaming display. We know who got that moolah, baby. They didn't buy the cheap lawnmower. They bought the Honda. They said, look, we want the Honda. Give me the Honda Civic lawnmower. Somebody like me would have went to Harbor Freight and got the Harbor Freight Chicago. The Chicago lawnmower, because it's cheaper. Because that's all I can afford. I'm sorry, viewers of the World Wide Web. I don't mean to let you down. We're on Grants Court. I'm going to make this left-hand turn. We could have kept going straight, but let's go left on Rockaway Drive. I think you guys are starting to get the point. This is one of those areas that, how I explained to you guys, that when we go to these states, we don't only want to see the worst. We want to see like some of the best areas that each state has to offer. This is planting the seed in our minds, you know, at the end of the journey, if we want to lock something in for like a headquarters, you know, have a little headquarters somewhere in America, you know, where we can, you know, stop by several months out of the year, and then when we leave, we leave with a peace of mind knowing our property's in a safe neighborhood. You know, if I leave my gadgets, my motorcycles, cars, and all that stuff locked up inside of a neighborhood like this, I know that nobody's worried about getting into my garage because they got a bunch of gadgets and stuff in their garage, if that makes any sense. When you go to the hood, the bad part is the hood is oppressed, you know, living in poverty, low income. So when you pull up in the Tesla, they're looking at you like, how did he get that Tesla? Why does he have a Tesla? Why don't I have a Tesla? And then they start looking at you different. Sad enough to say, it's not all of the hood mentality, because there's people in the hood that's doing good, but that's something that I learned a while ago. Like, if you move to a neighborhood, we just exited the Settlers Landing area. There was a sign on my left-hand side, Settlers Landing in Stafford, Virginia. So there you go. In front of us is the Cabin Creekwood. I guess is that an area, or is that the complex? It doesn't even look like it. Almost looks like a complex a little bit, but then it don't. It's probably like the community, like the little name of the community, because that's how these areas in the suburbs will be. They'll have like a little pre-entrance sign before you enter the community. All right, guys, we got to travel at normal speed. There's a lot for sale on my right. Look, there's a lot. So if somebody wants to buy this lot right there on my right hand side, boom, pause it, freeze it, zoom in. If you can't, I'm sorry. Oh, it's right here next to a Wawa. Wow, there's a Wawa on my right hand side, guys. I don't know if you would want to buy a lot next to a Wawa. Maybe as a commercial business spot or something. Hey, if you move next to a Wawa, at least you know you're never running out of gas. Never run out of gas, yo. But yeah, what I've learned is sometimes in the hood you can't do better than anybody else without people envying you. But if you move to a neighborhood where everybody's doing good, nobody's worrying about your good because they're doing good themselves. So everybody is you know, they're happy for you. You want to be in an environment, in my opinion, I want to be in an environment that motivates me. I want to be in an environment with a whole bunch of, you know, you want to make sure your circle's filled with money makers. You know, you want to make, there was a saying that said, if you had 5 billionaire friends, you could learn how to become a billionaire. I don't have not one billionaire friend, so it's going to be a lot harder for me to learn how to become a billionaire. But basically, in other words, have 5 people that's doing better than you. Keep 5 people around you that's doing better than you. Make sure that your circle is doing better than you so that you can eventually, therefore, take notes and do better yourself. It just gives you a hunger, a craving to like do better, because you know your main circle doing good. And if they're doing good, they're gonna want their homie doing good too. So it's just everybody doing good. They're not trying to compete, they're trying to eat. We all eat together. We just left Eustis Road. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on Garrisonville Road. We got Stafford Point on my right-hand side. All-American Tattoo, Guns and Ammo, woo! Wine and Design, and a few other businesses. This looks like a little commercial strip. Physical Therapy on my right. There's an RV on my right with something painted on it. Dove's Shop, Smoke Barbecue. Shenandoah on my left. Shenandoah, there you go. Meadow Farms Nursery and so on. I'm gonna roll up the windows because the noise. We're gonna stop by in another neighborhood close by and we're gonna do some zigzagging and see what it looks like. Yeah, we got several businesses on my right hand side. Car Quest Auto Parts, Sheer Art Hair, Virginia Army National Guard, and more. Now let me tell you how I completely forgot that Walmarts and other states sell guns. Because I went into Walmart last night and I saw shotguns, I saw rifles, in Philly, they don't give us that privilege. We gotta go to like Delaware. In Delaware, in the Walmart, I believe they have like a Cabela's and things like that sell guns. But even then, I believe you can't even buy the gun until you get like a background check that gets mailed back. It's just so you don't border hop and cross with guns. But it had me thinking like, yo, I forgot. Yo, I walked in there and I saw guns. It was like, oh. It was like Harold and Kumar went to White Castle. Well, Toon found guns. Just imagine that. Yo, I'm telling you, there's a little community on my left. But yeah, it was incredible. Like, I was so oblivious to it. And the Walmarts over here, they're like, from the ones that I've seen, a lot nicer. I noticed different states have different commercial layouts. We were in one in Maryland. We're passing Joy Street. There was one in Maryland that had the most ancient, oldest. Yo, this is North Stafford High School on my left. Wow, we're in the Stafford, Virginia County area, and we just passed Stafford High School. That is cool. We got Shelton Shop Road on my right-hand side. Urgent Care on my right-hand side. Several other businesses like Cube Smart, McDonald's on my left. There was a Stafford, Virginia water barrel tower. I'm sure y'all saw it in the backdrop. If you haven't, just rewind it back. Just look through my left and you'll see it. I didn't point it out though. We got CVS on my right, a 7-Eleven on my right. Several other businesses such as a Weiss Market, hair and design. No, that's nails and hair design, dry cleaners, and more. And right now we're still at like Northern Virginia. When we were at Alexandria yesterday, no, it was like 2 days ago, right? Like 2.5 days ago we was in Alexandria. Like 2 days ago? Like 2 days ago. Yeah. So 2 days ago we was in Alexandria, Virginia, when we were trying to find a spot to park up. That's like the very north of Virginia, right? That's closer to DC. That was like 20 minutes from DC. We're passing Shelton Shop Road. Where we're at now is like 50 minutes to an hour, probably now like an hour because we're getting deeper into the area. But it's still pretty close. And you're actually close to Maryland too. You got a dentist on my left-hand side. Precision Smile Dentistry. Dell's Automotive on my left-hand side. There's 11 acres for sale on my right-hand side, guys. Passing Vulcan Quarry Road. They're selling 11 acres of land. They probably want an arm and a leg, though, and your foot. We're passing Tellica Road on my right-hand side. We got a gas station on my left, Shell, Tobacco, Taekwondo. We're gonna make this left right here. We got the Mount on my right-hand side, the Mount Ararat Baptist Church. It's a blinking yellow light, so we have to allow this oncoming traffic to pass while we wait for our turn. Yeah, that's a church on my right-hand side. Okay, let's wait till these cars pass by. We got another car or two. And then there's a little neighborhood right here on my left that we'll zigzag through for a little bit. Just to compare and contrast to the last area. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Green light, green light. through trucks prohibited, meaning you're not allowed in this neighborhood if you're a truck. There's a grill on my right hand side out in the yard. I'm about to throw it on top of the smart car. It's not a small grill. It's like a full-size gas grill. But it was just randomly sitting out there. But that's the type of neighborhood this is. This is the type of neighborhood where you can leave things outside and not worry about people stealing it. You leave a grill outside in North Philly, I'm sorry, if a scrap truck not gonna take it, your neighbor gonna take it. Somebody gonna take it. We on High Street, y'all. We just came off of Patton Drive, now we're on High Street. H-I-G-H, High Street. SR 1206. Now look at these houses. These appear to be like 1-story, 1.5-story homes. They got nice pieces of greenery, nice little driveways, trees. I see a couple classic cars. I see a Stingray. I see an EG Civic. These are more 1-story on my left than on my right. It looks like we're about to see a 2-story on my left right here. Look at my left hand side. That looks like a 2-story. They're still nice size homes. They're not as big as the first ones that we saw, but they're still nice. The area still looks like a quiet area. I don't think, I can't imagine much crime in this neighborhood other than maybe home invasions, and that's probably rare, but not impossible, because they'll wait for you not to be home and they'll invade your home. Maybe, drugs get sold, but behind closed doors. Lakeview Terrace. Got Lakeview Terrace on my right hand side. Let me go through Lakeview Terrace. This is one of their no outlet blocks, but we can make a turn once we get to the end. Look, on my right hand side, they got a brand new paved driveway. Black asphalt. See how it's a different color than the street? On my left hand side, coming soon. Is this for sale? Is this for sale? Is this for sale? Somebody want to buy it to me and mail it to me? Come on, guys. Come on, viewers of the World Wide Web. Chip in together. Buy a home for $2 and mail it to me. They're like, $2, mail you a home. What they're going to buy me is a little Fisher Price home. A little fire hydrant in the grass. All right, we got some 2-story homes. I see one on my left and another one on my left. The ones on my right are like 1.5-story. I would say 1.5 because they got the attic. The attic can be converted into like a room or something, or living space, man cave, living quarters. Look at that on my right, it's 2-story. But then boom, this one on my right is 1-story. Now I guess 1-story is ideal if you have a smaller family, maybe 2-3 kids. And if it's 2-3 bedrooms, then you have the his and her bedroom, then the other 2 bedrooms can go to the kids. And you can probably even in your living space, in your living room, if you want, have, this is like a little clubhouse. Wow, right here on my left. I'm gonna reverse it and show it to y'all. It's weird. It's like next to that tree. Look right there next to the tree. You see how it looks like it has vinyl siding, it has windows on all 4 sides. It looks like a little I don't know, is it a clubhouse for their kids? It looks like a lighthouse, like a lookout booth. Oh, it is a clubhouse because they got stairs, like a ladder on the backside. That's decent. So they went and built. Look, there's 4-wheelers right there in front of us and the trailer. They drove by proudly with the American flag. Wow, we just left Lakeview Terrace. We just seen somebody drive by loud and proud with the American flag. That's the patriotic spirit. That's also scary too. If you're somebody like me, yeah, you shall beware. Okay, so we got county waste baskets on my right hand side. Tons and tons of greenery. You pretty much buy a home and get 20 free trees included. You get all these free trees, yo. Oh, there's an RV over here. Okay, somebody's RV. Probably the owner. Wow, that's a big boy. What's that, a Class A? It's tall. Right in front of us, guys. Look, the address on my left is 333. 333. Wow, they got the big boy RV in front of us. It looks like a Class A. Now I'm sure that the neighbors hate the fact that they got that gigantic thing inside their driveway. Look at it. Yep, it looks like a Class A, and it's plugged up to shore power. Oh, that was a nice Volkswagen Beetle inside that parking lot. It was a classic. It was like a 60s, but it was really well put together. I would have said punch buggy, no punchback, but y'all ain't get a chance to see it, so that would be unfair of me. Alright, we're gonna make this left-hand turn. Ouch. We are now on Chop Tank Road. Chop Tank. What a name. We got a gentleman on my right mowing his lawn. What's up, dude? I think he just waved. Did he wave? I don't know. I'm confused. I waved anyway. We got Huck Step on my left. Huck Step and Chop Tank. Let's make this left. The streets are well paved. No potholes. No cracks. No bumps. No dents. No crevices. I would think I would see some speed bumps. I don't even see speed bumps. They have fantastic paved streets. Now, this is when I would say I would buy a vehicle from somebody in this area. Look, they got a bicycle next to the trash can right there. I'm about to go get it. They got a cat. They got a little trampoline right here next to their driveway. That's probably their kid, so I'm just joking. I'm not really about to go get it because I got no place to put it. Stevens and Huckstep. They got a little bridge. Oh, they got a little bridge crossing a little water valley in front of their house. That is decent. And they got a playground, play set, and everything with swings in the back of the yard for the kids. So this is what I would say. I would buy a vehicle off of a homeowner from this area. Why? Because I know it has tight suspension. It's in a better neighborhood, so every day the daily driving that it's doing is pretty, safe to say that they don't got to swerve potholes, dents, this, that. So the bushings, the swing arms, the alignment, everything's probably in good shape still. Notice how I said probably, but it's a higher percentage of getting a better cared for vehicle from a neighborhood like this than going to like Camden. Nothing against Camden folks, but the Camden streets is where the problem is at. So much potholes, so many dents, dings, cracks. Oh man, like Baltimore, another area in Baltimore, like in the hood of Baltimore, horrible streets, like so bad. And I'm like, wow, bro, like, these streets are bad. I would never buy a car from somebody there, not because of the people. If they had better streets, then I would buy a car from somebody from Baltimore. But yeah. And also, this is the type of neighborhood where people throw away good stuff. They throw away stuff that still has potential. There's a court over here. I'm driving on my right on Rosa Court. We're on Stevens Drive and Rosa Court. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn and show you guys. That's a beautiful Ford classic truck on my right-hand side. Wow, fantastic. Looks like a 70s body. Awesome. But yeah, so this is the type of neighborhood where they throw away good items, or they give away good items. They don't even throw it away. They'll put like a listing, like free, come and take it, free. And you know my saying, if it's free, it's for me. Unless it's poop, then you can keep it. Look, there's a house for sale right here. Look it. It's for sale. The address is 12. 12. What an address. Look at this pickup truck right here. This person is loading up something because they got ramps. The classic 70s pickup truck I was talking about is on my left-hand side. You'll see it. It's behind this white Nissan. I don't know if you... Let me try to do like a really exaggerated turn so you guys can see it. Let me show you right here. You see that red pickup truck right there? That's in mint condition, a classic. I would love to get closer, but the garage door is open. I'm sure they got cameras. I don't want to, look like I'm plotting on their classic. But it's a nice looking vehicle. We got a gentleman right here in the middle of the street walking with his dog. Cute little dog. We got a little BMW over here. It was a little pimped out with the wide wheel arches, the spoiler, and all that stuff. All right, so we are at Vista Woods, and I'll tell you in 3.5 seconds. Stevens Road. Vista Woods and Stevens Road. All right, we are now approaching Buck Road. The speed limit is 25 miles an hour. Hey, have you guys noticed that I've been able to drive slow through this neighborhood? That's because there's not much traffic, and if there is traffic, they're not like super duper angry where they like, man, beep, beep. I mean, I haven't stayed in the way for anybody to get mad at me just yet, but I pull over and I try to do my best to like let them go by. We're at Buck Road and Stevens. I'm allowing this Jeep on my left to go, but they want me to go, so I'll be more than happy to go. You ain't gotta tell me twice, bro. Wow, we really not in Philly no more. It just occurred to me when I realized where I'm at. I'm like, yo, I'm in the middle of nowhere. We're passing Day Drive and Stevens Drive. We're on Stevens Drive, but the intersection of Day and Stevens. I'm gonna make this left coming up. The lot on my right, they have 4 cars, not including what could be in the garage. 4 average cars, but they got 4 cars. So that must mean that a lot of people in the family drive. And at least here, when you get 4 cars, you put them in your drive-through, you're not taking anybody's space. In Philly, you'll have a family with 6 cars, and then they take 6 of the immediate parkings next to their home or on the block. And could you imagine if you had 4 or 5 families on one block that each of them have 4, 5, 6 people that drive? Yup, that's how it is. Because they don't have garages, so they put them all on the street side. That's why in some neighborhoods, they are making the parking permits a requirement, and they charge you per year for the parking permit. We're on St. Albans Boulevard. St. Albans Boulevard. We got a car on a trailer on my left-hand side. A legit car trailer. It's crashed on the left-hand side, and it's crashed on the front. He's pulling in his pickup truck. That pickup truck is too weak to tow that, bro. The back of the, wow, that was a rat rod Ford Ranger inside the driveway. I saw some nice vehicles. Yeah, not a bad area, y'all. The other area, this area, they're both good looking areas. I'm sure they're different neighborhoods. We probably drove through a good 2 or 3 neighborhoods without knowing it, but it's cool. Gives you an idea, plants the seed. That's all I'm here for. I'm here just to plant the seed. You guys can apply water to the seed and allow the plant to grow. We're turning on Bertram Boulevard. We got a Mini Cooper on my left with some green wheels. Make note that in this neighborhood, I saw some slightly modified vehicles. Oh, this dude on my left got a boat and a trailer in his yard, as well as 2 vehicles. He had his own boat. But again, you got enough space to put whatever you want in your driveway. It's your driveway. And it looks like people might not, this probably is not a homeowners association, which means they can tell you what you can have, how many things you can have, this, that, and the third. These are just regular homeowners. So I like the, in their garage they had a refrigerator, a double fridge. I know that some of my viewers say, man, too, I got a garage. I mean, I got a fridge. There's Mustang on my left in the driveway, 5.0. And they're like, tune, I got a fridge in my garage. All right, chill though, but we ain't got fridges in our garage. We ain't even got a garage to put a fridge in. Yo, look at this RV in front of us. That's what I'm talking about. This is a gigantic RV. This is a Class A, y'all. Look at this. Buck Road. Let's cross over so y'all can see this RV on my right-hand side. Look at this thing. Wow, that thing is huge. It's called the Discovery. And it's connected to shore power. And who's there to tell them different? You know what I mean? They could allow their kids to stay in it. That could be their kids' clubhouse, you know what I mean? I see another Honda Accord lowered with some sparkles on the grill. So that tells me that there's people in here. Maybe the younger generation, maybe the kids, the offspring of the homeowners are probably pimping out the cars. Because I see some with minute modifications. Yo, this dude on my left, he got an RV and a boat, as well as a truck in his driveway. Look at that. So those two dudes on the block must know each other. If not, they're competing. They either know each other or they're competing, but they both got RVs. Wow, beautiful RV. Fleetwood Bounder. Class A. Class A's are the ones with the flat fronts. The ones that look like a Greyhound bus. The one with the flat front with no nose, that's a Class A. You need a special license for Class A. Look at this Leonard truck cap on my left-hand side. I wonder if it's for disposal or if it's just there because they want to cover the little grass they had out front. We're on Boyd and Bertram Boulevard. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. Look, we have another set of old cars on my left. We got a nice Jeep Wrangler in the garage, and we got that little Nissan, what's that, a Pulsar? I think that's the Pulsar. And we got a little Volkswagen Golf. So I see some car fanatics in the neighborhood who still appreciate the older vehicles. Everybody doesn't have a new vehicle. I'm sorry. Everybody doesn't have a new vehicle. Yo, how many of you guys find yawning contagious? When somebody yawns, you yawn too. Like, how many of you yawn when somebody else yawns? That tends to happen to me a lot. Like when somebody yawns, I yawn, or if I yawn, they yawn. We just turned on True Street. We were on Boyd. So I see a lot of vinyl siding houses here. Yo, another RV. Yo, this neighborhood, love to travel. We saw 3 RVs and a boat on our right. But look, there's an RV over here. What's this, a Class A? Another Class A, Winnebago. Surprisingly, the Class A's, I found them relatively cheap. Like used, not new, because new they're still $150,000, $200,000 and up. But used, I saw several for like $5,000, $7,000, $10,000, $11,000, $15,000, $20,000. They're relatively cheap. The Class C's, they were like you know, from like 12, 13, 14 to like 17 to 25 to 35 and up. I don't know if that's because Class C's, you can use a regular car license to drive a Class C because you have a Class C license. Your regular driver's license is a Class C. So with a Class C driver's license, you could drive a Class C motorhome. It's the one that we got. But a Class A, I believe you need a Class A license, and that's why they're probably a little cheaper, because they know that they don't sell as quick. Used, at least. I know new, they're still top dollar. All right, we're on True Road. We just passed Buck Road. Female on my right is taking out her trash. She's walking her straight to her dumpster. It's pretty cool. And she just looked at us twice. She's like, what is this little tiny car doing creeping up the road? Under contract on my left, coming soon on my right. There's a back on the property on my right. You see the back? Nice swing set, nice playhouse for the kids, nice deck. Really nice area, y'all. And this is just regular Virginia. This ain't even West Virginia. We're gonna hit West Virginia, but we'll hit it when we come back from the West Coast. Right before we get back to like PA, and we do above PA, which is like New York, Rhode Island, Maine, and all that stuff. That's gonna be towards the end of the trip, or the end of the journey, because the trip never ends, or the journey never ends. Dun dun dun. To be continued on another episode of Tune 215. We're on St. Albans Road and Washington and Lee. That's what it's called, Washington and Lee. 2 names in one street, basically. Washington and Lee Boulevard. I like that little Toyota on my left-hand side, that T100. Oh, classic car on my right, an old school Toyota inside the driveway. It looks like an old school Toyota. Is that a Corona, a Celica? No, it's not a Celica. Dude, you should know better. Well, I'm not a real big Toyota fan, but There's a no outlet in front of us, and I think I literally just passed a RV. So before we tune out, let's take a look and see if we see was this an RV or a trailer. Over here on my left hand side, I'm gonna make this left hand turn. I saw it from the corner of my eye, from my peripheral, but I didn't pay attention to it. I don't know why. Where did it go? It disappeared. Where did it go? Let's make this left hand turn on Washington and Lee Boulevard. We got people out on my left in their driveway. We got people out on my right. And I don't see I don't know where it went. It just disappeared. Oh, it's inside their private property. It's just a trailer. It's just one of those trailers that you pull with a pickup truck. An RV trailer. RV means recreational vehicle. In case you guys did not know, it's a recreational vehicle. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we just reached our 1 hour mark. We try to keep these tours at 1 hour long for viewer retention and file management purposes. Thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Please show that thumbs up button some love. Smash it, beat it up, poke it, do whatever you want to it. But make sure you show some love. Sharing is caring. Only you can prevent forest fires. I mean, only you can help this channel grow. Punch buggy, no punch back. Sock whoever next to you. Look at the beetle on my right hand side. Yeah, but thank you, I appreciate it. Remember, we're doing a 48 state cross country journey, so we're just going to be randomly popping up in states. So if you want to follow our journey, subscribe. And at 50,000 subscribers, when Tune 215 reaches 50,000 subscribers and Tune Be Chillin' reaches 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a e-scooter giveaway. That's 51,000 subscribers between both of the YouTube channels. We're gonna give away a GoTrax e-scooter. I'm sorry, I have this gentleman that's been following me for 2 or 3 blocks, so I'm gonna allow him to pass us by, because he turned every block with me, and he was actually facing to us, and he somehow made a U-turn. And yeah, I have a thing about people tailing me, so I don't want nobody tailing me. I don't know if he, doesn't notice the vehicle, so now he's just choosing to tail us. But anyway, let's make this right hand turn so we can get away from him. I'll try to be on my P's and Q's. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is part of our journey. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Show some love. Peace. This your homeboy Tune, Mr. Tune Dollars, Tune 215, Tune Be Chillin'. You guys know the rest. This is Tune, and I'm tuning out.